Alright folks, so today we're going to be building a fully automatic melon farm. It basically utilizes bud switches in order to register when a melon is grown to break the melon into this flow of water. So I've got a two-story version right here. The design does allow for stackability. Is that a word? Anyway, whoops. So the idea is whenever a melon grows, it triggers a block update, which causes these pistons to kick off, and so it'll just grow like that. Actually, there's some dropping from the top floor right there. So today we're gonna go over how to build that and just how to build the very basic bud switch that I'm using. I pretty much spent most of my free time yesterday trying to refine this. Went through a lot of iterations. They're all scattered about over there, and I might make a separate video showcasing those, well, basically failures. So, in case you're wondering what the iron bars are for, those are to keep any sort of slices from splashing over to the block across the pond over here. You could also use glass planes if you were kind of trying to conserve your iron. But anyway, yeah, the water flows down through here, down to this collection pool to right here. Same thing up here. The water flows to this hole. If I can get in there, whatever. Um, Goes into right here and falls down into there. So I guess I'll give you a peek back here before I start building. And actually, next door is the real kind of skeletonized version of that setup right there. So I'm using jack-o'-lanterns and torches here just to demonstrate that any form of lighting is suitable for this, as all the forms of lighting count as transparent blocks. So the torches count as transparent blocks, not interfering with the melon growth. Same thing with the pistons. The pistons count as transparent blocks too, preventing melon growth. So same thing happens here. This one just doesn't have the visual appeal or the catching mechanism, so you kind of lose some right here. Alrighty, so I guess first I'll demonstrate the bud switch that's being implemented. First you're going to want to put down a sticky piston, and on top of that sticky piston will go one block there, and then these two here to go for three. You're going to want a repeater right there, some redstone, dust, and then we're going to go up. We don't need that right there. Then we're going to go up again, and we're going to go over 2. You don't need that block there. From there, you'll run some redstone dust onto those top blocks, and you will connect the torch right there. So, this is a lot more streamlined than my first design of a bud switch. Oops, I did that. Yeah, I did that right. So, it's one wide, fits pretty well. Any block adjacent to this piston, if for any reason updates, this thing, the bud switch block update detector, will set off. So, like that. So I'm adding and removing blocks that's causing updates. So this would cause you could run signal this way and do something with it if you'd like. But for this particular instance, this is actually kicking off, and I kind of discovered this by accident. Another piston there. So make sure you put the delay to 1 tick on the repeater. And what happens now is you're going to have this bud switch kick off this piston, also kick off this piston, or which also kicks off this piston. Sorry. And yeah, that's kind of the core premise of this. So basically from the stem that'll be right there, whenever the melon grows over, it'll be instantaneously broken. So this is the switch. So we'll go ahead and build kind of the skeleton version over there again. You're gonna want to go. Let's see. You're gonna want piston space, and just do this. We'll go ahead and just make it a one floor setup. So you'll be getting 9 pistons instead of 8. Because you have to, for multiple stories, you have to drop out the middle piston in order to have a setup for flow. So now we're gonna build we're gonna build all of those bud switches. So, in case you've noticed, I've changed the texture pack from the last video. Was mostly playing around with Isabella. Isabella's the texture pack from the last video, and it's probably one of my favorite non-standard texture packs. But I just recently started playing with random mobs, the mod, so you can have random generation of random appearances for creatures. And it works really well for Isabella, but now I've got a pretty good setup for the standard texture pack. And I'm kind of falling back into the standard texture pack, mostly for the new wood blocks and new sandstone. I can't really pass those up. They're so interesting, I guess. Kind of can't waiting to do stuff with this. This is actually the second time building this today, and I was pretty happy with this color wood, and I'll alternate it with a darker color here in a moment. But I think I may skip ahead to being completed with these. Alright guys, so I'm done with the repetitive building. So now we have 9 established bud switches. So now we'll kind of set up the waterway. You're going to want to start over here from the corner and bust out from this one over 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you'll drop down an additional one right here. This will be your collection pool. I'm going to go ahead and put the water there, and then water there. And then do the same thing on this side, just bust out the 8 blocks. So this will serve as our collection stream. Alrighty. Now to till the ground, let's till in between, but in front of these pistons like this, because that'll be where the seed goes. And you just put down your seeds. We'll just turn these into stems right now. Make sure though the only available dirt for melons to show up are in front of pistons, so you're gonna need, and there goes kicking off because I'm updating the block, you're gonna need blocks back here. Setting off all these block updates. And actually what we'll do is we'll go ahead and decorate just a tad. Oh, I guess one of them went off. Did not even realize it. Go figure. So I want to thank everybody for their comments on the last video. It's kind of nice to get a little support. Want to give a special shout out to Helgast555. He's my first subscriber. It's pretty exciting. Kind of really new to the new YouTube game. Not so much watching videos, but making them. I've been playing Minecraft since 1.5 on the beta. So this is nothing new. It's only been recently that I've been so interested in, well, watching other people and seeing how they build. And I figure, well, I learn a lot from how other people do things. I want to showcase how I do things. Okay, so I guess I'll finish beautifying this. Why not? We'll do some wool. This is wrong. There we go. But yeah, I really spent a lot of time making this better and better. I really will have to put in another video showcasing the other designs. This one's the most streamlined. I have some that were a little gargantuan, and like I said, my initial buzz switch was frankly pretty sad. It was not compact. It used nearly, I suppose it didn't use, no, it used more resources by far. Not too proud of it, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it does what it does. It is a bud switch, but I don't know. Could have been nicer. I'm sure everybody thinks that in the end they could do things different. And I cannot place a block. There we go. So that's it for visual appearance. So yeah, let's see if this works. So you'll kick off that way. And I'm going to go ahead and use glass planes this time. And let's actually torch this. You're going to need, just because of the overhang, you're going to have some sort of lighting. And you just run the glass from this block over, glass or iron bars. Whatever tickles your fancy, I suppose. Float your boat. And actually, with this version, I'm just going to run it the whole way across. The whole way across. I don't think it'll make a difference. Oops. There goes that block update. Ta-da! And that's that. So, with the centerpiece out in place, just having water flow, I guess you could still have, think about it now, you could still have another piston there, I bet. Yeah. I just didn't do it for aesthetic appeal. I like the way that looks a lot. Symmetry is always interesting. With this setup, you could stack pretty much as high as you want. I mean, minus whatever chunks updating, I guess. But yeah, you'll be reaping melon with absolutely no effort at all. This design also works for pumpkins. I think I forgot to mention that, even though it's on the tagline for this video. We'll just go ahead and put it on that. So you'll get the same effect. You'll punch out the pumpkins. So you could have both in the same structure. Alrighty, folks. Well, that's the basic build to a fully automatic melon farm, monster melon machine. Feel free to leave some comments, leave some likes, and subscribe. Thanks for your time. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time.